A drone struck a chemical tanker with around 20 Indian crew on board off the Porbandar coast in Gujarat in the Arabian Sea. The attack took place at around 10 a.m. local time on 24th December. However, the ensuing fire was extinguished and no casualties were reported. What is interesting is that this has taken place while tensions are persisting in the Red Sea. The Pentagon has squarely blamed Iran, but the big question is, can Houthi drones reach Gujarat's coast? As a major dilemma reaches India's shores, the question remains, how exactly can Houthi drones reach Gujarat coast all the way from Yemen? Meanwhile, joining us on the broadcast is Wing Commander Praful Bakshi. He's a defense expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining us on NewsX this morning. And, as I was just stating, the large unanswered question remains, how did the drone reach near Gujarat? What do you want to say on this?
Thank you very much, Asavari. This is a very important news as far as we are concerned, that the radical elements, which are, of course, having a full field day in the areas of Hamas, Gaza area, etc., and other places close by in the Red Sea, are having a full field day. But when the spillover is taking place into Arabian Sea and affecting us, it has various other angles to it. Now, it is not only a ship which is being attacked in our EEZ. Yes, doesn't belong to us, I understand. But the question is, it's our sovereignty and where the attack is taking place and how the attack has taken place. They say it has been done by a drone. So which drone? You mean to say a Predator or a type drone which has a long range coming from there? Or is it a drone which is locally operated? If it is locally operated, from where? Whether there are other coasts out there close to us which are not friendly to us across, whether they've been launched from there, whether the supporters out there, or whether there's other ships were also there which are launching drones, which we do not know about it. Those are the various aspects which are coming into play. This calls for, yes, of course, there has been a suggestion by America to have a joint inter-country patrolling, conglomerate coalition force to naval patrolling should take place. So jointly to keep these elements away from harming the humanity. I understand. But that is not sufficient. We have to do a proper study of this thing within our country. First thing, how do we protect ourselves within our country, within our EEZ, if this thing is happening, especially on a tanker. If it had spilled oil, then the 3/4 of the Arabian Sea would have been affected by a major size tanker. If it is attacked, the very large area of marine life and destruction starts taking place. So that could have happened. That is besides. But very fact that this is happening within our territory, it means our intelligence has to become more alert, and Coast Guard has to become alert. Our SOPs have to be looked into. If in fact there may be some changes in how, when we capture a ship or capture somebody who's into such activity, what should be done about that? And if the drone is coming or attacking a ship from a nearby area, what should we do? What should be the SOP? You mean what I'm trying to tell you is actually happened. When you intercept an enemy, then your SOP is not clear. You start asking everybody, what do I do next? Shall I bring in Air Force? Shall I bring in fighters? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? That aspect should be avoided, point number one. And India must also make its stand very clear as to how it is now observing this violent actions in the sea, Red Sea. Houthi rebels are already there. They're attacking American warships are there. If the American warship was attacked in Arabian Sea or something like this, the war will spill over out here. Then what happens? Where do we stand? That aspect has to be also sorted out. So there are so many things to be sorted out in this game, but unfortunately, this does not augur well, because the spillover which is taking place from Gaza can have various ramifications. and we have to see how it is. How do the countries behave? The coalition forces, who volunteers, who supports them, who doesn't support them. Everything will be very clear as to what is happening. And then let us look at the eastern coast side. China will or has already started taking advantage by attacking Philippine ships and other things. They will increase their activity, take full advantage of this. So that will also happen. China is the ultimate gainer in this conflict. So this also we have to watch out. We are in the center with Persian Gulf on the one side and Malacca on the other side, and both sides are threat for us. So this is not only a threat for international shipping; it is even a threat for us.
Right, right, absolutely. Spillovers from Gaza can have severe ramifications, as you just stated. But in fact, joining us at this point of time is Mr. Sanjeev Srivastava. He's an international affairs expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining us on NewsX. Now, this is a rather confusing situation because, here you have Pentagon blaming Iran, but then geography makes us understand that a Houthi drone reaching the Gujarat coast all the way from Yemen, that's very confusing. One can't exactly understand what's happening, but what do you want to say on this?
Well, first of all, I would say that these kind of developments are not welcome at all, and such incidents which, if it occurs in future, then India will have to remain prepared to counter it. And such drones, if it comes again near our EEZ or near our coast, then how to counter it and how to destroy it in the air itself, that kind of preparation should be made. And one incident has happened, but now I think our Indian Navy and the Coast Guard must remain on high alert, and any such further developments must be given a counter. And that is the first thing we have to make sure. The United States of America, if you look at them, they have deployed their massive amount of force in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. And whenever any such drones or missiles or unmanned air vehicles, they are attacking either U.S. positions or any other position, then they are countering it, and they are destroying such aerial objects and such kind of aerial attacks in air itself. So I think those kind of preparations must be made. Also, let me say here that I think there are attempts being made by the certain state and non-state actors to escalate this entire conflict at the regional level. And that has to be protected. That has to be prevented from the various countries. And obviously, United States of America, other countries, Middle Eastern countries, India also, our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, or our External Affairs Minister, Shri S. Jaishankar, they have been speaking to the various leaders of the Middle Eastern countries, as well as we are in touch with other countries in the international community, so that to avoid any regional escalation of this war, which is going on which is being conducted by Israel against Hamas in Gaza, and that kind of a regional escalation must not be there. That has to be prevented. That must be prevented. And state and non-state actors are attempting to do this kind of act so that it gets escalated at the regional level. So I think that kind of imperative India understands very well. So our response to any such situation has to be cautious. At the same time, when I'm saying that we have to be prepared to counter any such aerial object and aerial attack, but at the same time, we have to also ensure that our response has to be in such a balanced manner, and we have to do that response in coordination with other responsible nations. And I very much welcome the kind of initiative which are being taken by the United States of America under the Operation Sea Guardian in the Red Sea region, where they have come up with a coalition which will work to protect the various ships movement in that critical region. So similar kind of international effort has to be taken so that these state and non-state actors, those who attempt to escalate this conflict and those who are creating a very uncomfortable and situation for other nations, that they are deterred. So I think deterrence and a check on such activities must be ensured. And whether it is Houthi or Hezbollah or any such state actor, those who are supporting, such as Iran, etc., I think there must be a clear message should be given that such kind of incidents, wherever it is occurring from, is not welcome at all. And that must not be allowed to be happening time and again. So with this one incident has happened, but a clear message has to be given to any those who are responsible for carrying out such attacks that these are very, very unwelcome development, and India will not certainly tolerate such kind of behavior in that critical region of ours, as well as anywhere else. And we obviously believe in the international rules-based order. Such kind of activity to disrupt the rules-based order, the freedom of navigation, is not welcome, and India will not tolerate such kind of behavior from certain state and non-state actors. Such kind of a message in a balanced way has to be conveyed to the responsible party.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.